Hey everyone, Rhys here from Four Circle. I'm bringing you today the Dingo mid-range in the bag. We have a new stamp coming out soon that's going to have the final flight numbers on it. We're going to have a preview image of that on our Instagram, so go and check it out. It's really cool. What we've settled on with this mold is a 5403. Out of the box, these are coming out exactly like that. Every one of them is coming up pretty much the same. Doesn't matter on color and weight. Of course, the heavier ones are going to probably just not go as far, but the flight numbers are really good. What I found after breaking them in, after a few months of use, they're now flying a 5502.5, something around that. So they're still fading out almost as hard. They haven't lost that. They're not turning at all, but they have picked up a little bit more glide, which is amazing. So with that added glide, they're just holding that line a lot longer and still fading out almost as hard at the end. So getting very useful for me in a lot of different shots. I was throwing buzzers and verdicts previously. They've now both left my bag, and I'm throwing my oldest dingos instead of a buzz. And I'm throwing, of course, a new version instead of the verdict. So I'm hoping they're going to break in after a while to sort of season the buzz after a few months of using a buzz, how it holds just perfectly straight. I'm hoping after another 3 months of use, they're going to get around that level because I am slightly missing that slot. So every now and then, depends on the course, I may put a buzz back in the bag just to get that dead straight flight and fade. Well, without any fade on it. So I'll show you which ones I'm throwing. I got 5 of them in my bag. 2 of them, these two are max weight, 177, 178. Both of these are flat topped. I prefer these for forehands, and they are a little bit more overstable, I would say. Like, they fade a little bit harder and they're not really losing that fade being the flat top and max weight. So this one I'm only throwing forehands with. I don't like, it's a stiffer plastic. It was a test that we did with a stiffer raw material. I don't like how it feels in my hand for backhands on the release, so I'm just throwing it forehand. This one is getting thrown only into headwinds, forehand, backhand. I'm not really finding it useful any other time. The other ones are still overstable. So unless it's a screaming headwind or I need a forehand that fades harder than the other one, I'm not really throwing this. So it's staying pretty new in my bag. This one is the most worked in. I've had this since a proto run testing, so I threw it into a lot of trees and a lot of courses, playing around to see how it'd fly. It is really good. It's really holding a lot longer now, which I like. It's a 173, so it's a bit easier to throw. The other two in my bag are these two purples. They fly exactly the same as a pink plastic. That's 174, 175. These two are about 174 and a half. This one is solely just a backup to this one that I'm trying to break in to get to the same level. So we'll talk about this one. This is my probably most thrown disc in my bag at the moment. If I get a chance to throw it, I'm just throwing it. I'm trying to throw it as far as my fairways. I'm trying to bring it back a little bit, throw it back a little bit, and throw it like my putter range. But it is holding whatever line I'm putting on it and then just fading out at the end, whether it's anheuser, whether it's straight. This mold is so torque resistant for backhands. It is so good. I haven't found any overstable mid-ranges that have been this torque resistant on a backhand. I've found that a lot of ones that I've thrown, they all get some degree of turn to them when they start breaking in, and they can get a little bit too much. Whereas these broken in, they're just holding. They're not turning at all, which is really great. So I think we have such a good mold here with this disc. On to the other mids that I throw. As I said, sometimes a really broken in buzz will go into my bag. Besides that, I have a Justice, which is only for forehands, which is strong fading forehands, and a lot of approach shots I need to get around trees and really need to pick the angle, make sure it finishes right. And the other main one that's in the bag is this Tui. It's sort of a putter mid hybrid. It turns over from a hyzer, which is really great. It's really useful. Tailwinds, just that you want to finish straight on short shots, I use this for. The P Waka Waka is essentially just a longer version of this to me. So it sits in, normally if I'm away, it sits in my suitcase. If I'm local, it sits in my car. If I need it on a course, I think after practicing it, then it's going to come out if I need something a little bit longer than this, but normally it's not in the bag all the time. But yeah, that's what I have for my mid-ranges, and I told you at the beginning what I was throwing instead, what I'm throwing them instead of. We have the Taipan video will be coming out next, and as I mentioned on our first video, you can buy the Dingo and Taipan at Portal Discs in Australia. In New Zealand, you can find Sweet Chain Music. Both of them are available there now. NZDSS, and on the shelf at Small Planet Disc Sports. Also, Infinite Disc in the US is stocking the Taipan and Dingos. They only have about 10 left of each, so get in quick, because if they reorder, it's going to take a while to get shipped over to the US. But thanks for watching the video. I don't think I forgot anything. So yeah, thanks again. Oh no. We are having 2 reviews coming out soon on the Dingo, so keep an eye out for them. Cut Roll Media and Iceberg TV are both doing reviews for the Dingo, and Cut Roll has one out for the Taipan already, and Iceberg TV will be doing one for the Taipan as well. So keep a lookout for those. Thanks for watching.